Hello everyone, welcome to the new session in the series of medical education, that is attributes of a good assessment. I myself Dr. Tushar Kalra, I am senior resident at GIMS, Jaipur, Rajasthan. So let's begin our session. Our specific learning objectives are to understand and apply the various attributes of good assessment and to help us plan an effective assessment tool. Now validity, it measures what is supposed to be measured or accuracy of a measurement. It refers to empirical evidence and theoretical foundation used to make a particular interpretation from an assessment data. And it is a matter of degree. There are three types of validity, that is content validity, criteria related validity, and construct validity. Now in content validity, it indicates synchronization between the content of assessment and content of teaching. You assess what you teach and you teach what you assess. The sample of assessment has to be more representative, and more the content validity, it is good for our assessment tool. And a better way is to prepare the table of specification and then choose the questions accordingly. Next is criteria related validity. So validity in relation to an external criteria. So criteria may be a set of concurrent data or future performance. Then there is a construct validity. So most important aspect of validity, it is not a single entity. It is a collection of various interrelated attributes. So if you take an example of educational attainment, then it is a collection of various attributes, that is knowledge, understanding, application, interpretation, communication, etc. Now next is reliability. So we can pronounce it as rely and ability. So it implies how much dependence can be placed on an assessment. It refers to the consistency of measurement and precision of measurement. So there are four types of reliability, that is test, retest reliability, equivalent forms, split halves reliability, and convex alpha. So in test, retest reliability, the degree of consistency in the result of a test that is administered to same group of a student is checked. What is the degree of consistency in the result? In equivalent form, the consistency of result when two similar tests are administered to the same group of student is checked. Next is split halves reliability. It is a measure of internal consistency or stability of a test. In this, the entire test is divided into two parts and correlation between the scores is calculated. Next is convex alpha. It refers to the internal consistency of a test and can be calculated by different formulas. So there are different formulas to test the convex alpha. Next is feasibility and acceptability. So an assessment should be feasible and also acceptable to the student. To take an example of a practical test, that is doing a lumbar puncture. So ideal situation should be that we observe a student doing a lumbar puncture or putting an IV drips, but it may not be feasible in the actual practice. Okay, so feasibility of a assessment should be there, and there should be acceptability. It should be acceptable. The test should be acceptable to the students. Now there is an educational impact of assessment. So it should stimulate the student to adopt a good habit, engage in deep learning rather than recall of facts. If it indicates shortcut in learning or indicates the poor quality assessment, so it is bad for any student or teacher. So most entrance exam in our country promotes the rote learning. Then there is a utility of assessment. So there is a formula to calculate the utility of an assessment tool, that is validity into reliability into acceptability into feasibility into educational impact. For example, internal assessment, though low on reliability, has same or even more utility by virtue of being high on educational impact. No single tool can meet all the requirements of a good assessment. So it makes a lot of sense to look at validity and reliability as a whole. My references for this presentation are Principle of Medical Education, 5th edition by Dr. Tejinder Singh. Thank you everyone. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.